Oh, hello there, and welcome to the Denny Trento Show with Denny Trento. I'm your host, Denny Trento. And today, Denny Trento will be discussing the Champions League. Now, Arsenal play Marseille at the Emirates, and I think that Arsenal are generally going to have too much quality for Marseille. Marseille look to be in decent domestic form of late, they've definitely picked it up. But I still think that they're going to be overrun, particularly in the midfield area, and I think that they don't pose enough of an attacking threat. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 Arsenal victory. Chelsea, on the other hand, face Basel in Switzerland. Now, as we all know, Chelsea suffered a miserable defeat at Stamford Bridge recently. I don't think that's going to happen again. I think that being the away side might suit Chelsea. I think we'll maybe play more of a counter-attacking style football. And I think that the likes of Andre Schürrle will get a game and will definitely be able to cause a lot of threats to the Basel fullbacks. And so generally I think that Chelsea will have too much quality for Basel, and I'm going to go with a 1-0 victory actually. Elsewhere, Celtic play AC Milan at Parkhead. And I think that Celtic will generally not have enough to beat AC Milan. That said, AC Milan are a bit of a slump domestically. Kaká doesn't look to really be firing on all cylinders at the moment. They've got a lot of injuries, so I do think the Celtic will definitely be good enough for a point, despite their lack of technical prowess. Generally, I think that Celtic, there'll be a 1-1, and I think that Georgios Samaras is going to get the goal for Celtic. Just add that in because I'm a big fan of Georgios Samaras. I think he's a very underrated player in my opinion. He'll definitely make it into my underrated squad.
Hi, it's Tuesday the 26th of November, and I'm going to do my Champions League predictions. It's Arsenal-Marseille, Chelsea versus Basel, and Celtic versus AC Milan. Firstly, Parkhead, Celtic versus AC Milan. I think Celtic, with their crowd, they're going to get behind the boys, but I think AC Milan is a step too far for Celtic. They haven't got the same team when they beat Barcelona 2-1 with only 27% possession, but I don't think they can do that again. I feel AC Milan have got class, they've got Kaká, they've got Robinho, so I'm going to go for a 2-0 AC Milan win, like in San Siro earlier in the season. Arsenal-Marseille. Arsenal dealt with Marseille earlier in the season 2-1 in France, but this time I think Arsenal got a much stronger side, and at home they've been in periods this season other than obviously the Borussia Dortmund and Aston Villa defeats, so I'm going to go for a 3-0 Arsenal win, with Theo Walcott coming off the bench to score. And finally, Chelsea versus Basel. Obviously Chelsea had a shock defeat to Basel earlier in the season at Stamford Bridge, but Chelsea have grown in strength. Mourinho, after those poor Premier League results a couple of weeks ago, will be really getting into the boys, and Chelsea had a very strong performance against West Ham at the weekend. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 Chelsea victory in Switzerland. So enjoy the matches and see how well my predictions come across.